Hi, and welcome to another It's a Breeze video. Sorry, my camera light's going off because it's so dark. Okay, so we're gonna do this pick a card a little different. Sorry, and we're also using a table for the first time, so this is gonna exciting and also gonna be very interesting because I gotta really reach out there and get them. Anyway, thank you to the 2 people who subscribed to the channel. It actually means a lot to me. It makes me very happy. So you guys are so sweet. Anyway, so this pick a card, we're going to let you pick your cards, and then I'm going to do the shuffling off camera. But you're going to have the availability of all of the Oracle decks and the Angel. Okay, we're using the Angel Tarot cards. Okay, I'm going to go over the decks so that way you don't have to look them up later. We're going to be using the Dragon Fae Oracle. We're going to be using Crystal Angels and the Mystic Shaman Oracle deck. And also our doll helper today is Lyra, and she is the brand new steampunk doll I just created. So I hope you guys like her. She was a lot of fun for me just because I love color and steampunk, and so putting them together was just awesome. Originally was going to only go for 3 cards for you guys to pick from, but of course my own Oracle deck likes to spit more than I think are necessary. So we're going to use all of them. Today is going to be about what's going on with you spiritually and, in a sense, magically. So if you're not into spirit, if you're not into angel and spirit guide messages, then you might want to click off this video. But anyway, these are the choices, and they all have to do with magic or spirituality in some way. So I just kind of think that was my deck's way of showing support, I guess. So we're going to do, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And of course, if you didn't already pick a group, I want you to pick with your heart and not your eyes, as much as I appreciate if you enjoy the artwork. Some people use a pendulum. Personally, I like to run my hand over the card and figure out which one's for me on the video. Just, whatever works for you. Okay, I'm going to see group 1 in a second. I'm going to get those cards as shuffling and spitting out, all right? Hello, group number 1. Okay, if you chose number 1, then you chose the warrior, and this card was drawn with the inspiration of Archangel Michael in mind, so that's kind of what it's going for, although it has a little bit to do with the Arthurian legend of Excalibur. So it has a little bit to do with Arthur and Michael. So the traits I generally put with this as a person is somebody who's very courageous, straightforward. Let's see here. Sorry, if I pause in the video, I'm so sorry. It's because I'm channeling. When I tend to think too much with my mind, I get slowed down a bit and I start stumbling over my words and stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to start the channeling for guides and angels and what's going on with you magically. And just going to say right off the bat, you might have been seeing a lot of synchronicities of 2s, because I kid you not, I was ready to pick a whole bunch of cards if that's what it took, but the Oracle decks only spit out 2 cards each, which was crazy. All right, so for Michael's group, and of course everybody, I would hope everybody knows a little bit about Archangel Michael. He's the protector. He's often associated with the warrior and the police force, and he's a very strong, upfront, protective angel, and God's, I love him so much, and his jokes can be really not funny sometimes, though. So we're going to start with the Angel Tarot deck, okay? Oh, you guys got some good cards. Okay. Well, of course you're going to get good cards. I don't think anybody wants to give you negative messages. So the first card you got is the Ace of Fire. An exciting and new opportunity, career advancement, or change in your life. Change your life now. Okay, I did a reading for myself last night and actually got all 3 of these cards. So, just to let you know where that's heading. We'll get to it in a minute. So the next you have is the Nine of Fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So I feel like that actually has a little bit to come to with picking Michael, the protective archangel, and one of the most talked about archangels out there. I mean, you go on YouTube and you will find tons of videos on Archangel Michael, okay? And the other archangels and angels are a little less known, but yet they're not, they're still many, and they're still there to help protect and guide you, okay? So then we have balance. Archangel Zedekiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation, and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So this is a little bit to do with divine timing and balancing your work with play is what I feel. So far what I'm getting is that an amazing new development in your spirituality and your magic and whatever you believe in. And of course, I believe everybody is, psychically inclined, magically inclined. If you want it, it's there for you to tap into. All right? And honestly, I feel like you might be new to, if you're going into witchcraft, you're exploring spirituality, you're exploring, but you have a fiery passion coming through. You're really enjoying the discovery. And honestly, that's half the fun, is discovering what's going on. Okay, and then next we're going to look at the Dragon Fae and see what they have to say to you. So we have Dreamcatcher, Dreaming Your Wisdom. I'm going to put these on top of each other, kind of stack them so you can see them all kind of. And then, Lady of New Buds, Nurture Tenderness. Really? Yes, she is all about love and strength. And with Dreamcatcher, I feel like you might be having a lot of prophetic dreams, or seeing and talking to your guides in your dreams. I know personally I have done that. I didn't even know one of them was my guide, or you might be a starseed and discovering what a starseed is. Not going to tell you what it is because part of the fun is looking it up, in my opinion. So if you're interested, please go look it up. There are plenty of videos on it if you need to listen to somebody, and there are plenty of articles on it for sure. But whatever you're being inclined to do, spiritually, magically, or discover about yourself and balance, and of course you do have to balance play with work. So if you're doing a lot of investigation on this, you can't be obsessive about it. You have to still, do your work, do your stuff outside, live in the here and now along with the astral planes. Okay, because as much as diving in spiritually is so much fun, you got to have an anchor. But the Lady of New Buds, I feel, is actually more towards that brand new beginning. You were in a chrysalis and now you've become a brand new butterfly, and it's an exciting new world and you just can't wait to discover more about it. But also, like I said, that anchor, you might find that anchor in nature. So if you work at home, go outside in your backyard or your yard if you have one, go to a park. Just kind of relax every now and then, because you tend to get a little, it's easy to get swept up in spirituality and following a certain guru and doing a certain thing, but you need to listen to your heart. When it comes to that stuff, you're not going to always sync with certain tarot readers. You're not going to always sync with certain spirituality gurus. Okay. The next cards we're doing is obviously the shaman ones. And I love these cards just because of the thickness and stuff. I got so nervous. I thought I actually bent one of these cards, and I love these. I adore them so much. And when I think I bent a card, I just go ape shit. Like, I can't handle it. That's part of my French. I get really worried. So the next one you have is the Ancient Ones. And aren't these so pretty? I just love them. She actually just came out with a Goddess Power deck that I gotta save up for because I really, really want it, and I adore it. And I watched a pick a card reading, and I got one of the goddesses that are always talking to me immediately, and I love the depiction and drawing. Her artist is amazing. The next card you got is the Hummingbird. Okay, so yeah, again, yeah, that excitement, that vibration that you're just starting off, or if you're not just starting off in magic, or not just starting off in spirituality, you're starting a new cycle. And it's that, honestly, I feel that absolute joy to explore. For me, I can't leave the farm very often. And when I do, I have to have somebody here to take care of my animals. And they have to be able to handle them too, because I have all young animals and it's very difficult and worrisome. So I don't get to leave very often. So how I explore the world is I explore through spirituality. And luckily enough, I have a lot of trees and forests around my house, so I can actually go out and explore things that way. But I just feel that has a little bit to do with you guys and how you need to go explore. If you're feeling stagnant, this needs to happen, okay? And what I said about not being overly invested in a spiritual guru of one kind, but learning from many, has a little bit to do with creating and having courage and believing in yourself, and your inner compass isn't going to guide, your guides aren't going to guide you wrong. Unless you're dealing with negative entities who like to trick and play, you're not going to be led down the wrong path, okay? But I do feel like this is your life path. And I say that because the two cards you got from, I'm going to fall over. 2 cards you got from the Crystal Angel Oracle deck. And the first one, I'm going to do the next one last, but first one you got I can't even say this name. It's a beautiful stone though. Dang dyslexia. You've done it again. So increased support, your positive focus and willingness to, sorry, I get the shakes when I read too. Willingness to receive, having opened the doorway to an abundance and helpful opportunities. So once you engage in this spirituality, once you engage in this magic, you're going to, and whatever magic is suited for you. I know a lot of people are into the dark magics and it suits them very well, and that's lovely. And I'm not going to say it's wrong, I'm not going to say it's right. It's kind of like, I guess I would be considered I'm a white witch, but I have a little bit of the mentality of a gray witch, where not going to judge you for your choices. Okay? You do you, because you're going to live your best life, as one of my favorite YouTubers would say. Okay, and the next one you have aquamarine and divine light purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So I do feel like spirituality and magic and that kind of thing is a part of your life purpose. Just because it's a part of your life purpose doesn't mean it needs to be your job, okay? Personally, I do these readings and I do this stuff for you guys and to give back to you guys. I don't care. I love that I have a couple of subscribers. Getting subscribers, it makes me happy because it feels like I'm helping people, okay? But I don't need the money or that validation. It's not my job, which is why I'm a little inconsistent on the updates. So to be part of your divine life purpose doesn't mean it needs to be your job. But I do feel like you're really excited and that you're just starting out this journey and you're full of passion and fire with all of these red cards. But you need to be grounded and have faith in yourself and just believe, okay? You're going to find a wonderful place out there, wonderful people. I really, fingers crossed for you for finding your soul family and all these wonderful blessings that are coming in your way because you're starting to realize a bit of yourself that maybe you were siphoning off, okay? This reading has gotten really long. I think the other ones will too, because I tend to talk a lot. But that's okay. I love you guys, and I will see you later. If this didn't resonate with you, feel free to pick another group. Not going to hurt my feelings. You can pick multiple groups here. I'm totally cool with it. Let me know if this helped you in any way, because I really do want to help you guys. And give me ideas if you want future videos, sorry for the popping, for future video ideas. If you guys want something read to you, I don't mind doing that. All right. So I'll see you later. Moving on to group 2. Bye. Hi, group number 2. All right. You guys, shuffling for you was crazy. I mean, okay, granted, if you picked this group, you picked the Morgan's group and all 3 aspects of her, not just the Morgan. Not I love to roll her R's. It's so pretty. And I love her name, and she's just a gorgeous goddess. And I feel so bad that everybody thinks she's so negative. She can be as positive as you want and negative as you want, because she's wonderful and nobody controls her. She is a free soul. Snap, snap, snap. I would do the Z formation snap, but girl, I got a lot of sass when I read for her. Or boy, whoever's watching this, no judgments. Anyway, she is very strong-willed, very fair, actually, in judgment. She is both good and bad, and as in the Irish folk tales, especially against, I think you say his name is Shandalin, or the hero of the Irish lore, who's actually kind of a demigod. She was as good to him as she was mean, and you don't see that as much, you know. She is just everything. If you defy her, she is not going to help you. If you take her hand and accept her help, girl, she will give you the moon, okay? She is wonderful. And I don't know why I'm talking that way. I am, but that's just how I'm channeling her right now. We're going to start with the angel cards. Ironic. Oh my God, you guys got a bunch of fire. Okay, so you guys got a bunch of fire cards too. This is the last group. They got one angel card, archangel card, which you happened to get Michael, which was the last group. So maybe you have watched that video and you came to this one, or that part of the video and came to this one. And this has to do with you too. And this is, you know, your magical and spiritual path. How are you? Where are you going? You know, well, where are you at? Kind of. These are just messages from guides and stuff that they want to tell you. So, of course, this one here is the Two of Fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. Yes, maybe you are going to end up coming here and this is your future, and the last one was where you're at now. But you are progressing fastly in your magical arts and your spirituality and talking with your guides and psychically, whatever you're watching this video for. You know, I believe everybody has access to all of those gifts, and you may feel that they use them or you may not. I don't think we should be the judges of that, though. That should be left up to God, gods, goddesses, angels, to those who decide what to do with us after this body has gone, okay? So, the next card you got is the Page of Fire. Okay, I'm feeling a lot of, obviously when I started this reading, I'm feeling a lot of passion and I'm feeling a lot of fire, and honestly, I can't ever remember if it's my rising or my moon that's also a fire sign, but I'm feeling my sun and my other fire sign majorly coming through hardcore for this group. I also came hardcore for the last group, but I'm actually starting to sweat because I'm so hot from just the thought. So, news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your opportunity and ingenuity. Okay, and then people generally who are classified under this card, and I'm going to say classified, I believe everybody should break the mold, honestly, because we're not all meant to be the same person. So you could be outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. Morgie is very, sorry, I know that's my pet name for her, and a lot of people might not like that I have a pet name for her, but that's the relationship we have. And it's definitely a name of endearment. And, you know, I'm not going to stop calling her Morgie because nobody else wants to call her Morgie. Okay? Nobody else needs to call her that. It's just me, because I love her and I appreciate everything she's done for me, and she's done a lot. All right. Plus, she's the goddess of divination, so maybe that has something to do with you. Maybe you actually are drawn to tarot cards, rune stones, form of reading the future, the now, and the past, okay? Forms of that, very much so. Oh my God, I'm getting shivers all over. Also, because I kind of feel like she's standing here right now judging me, but when I say that kindly, she's helping guide me through this, because that's obviously what you asked for if you picked this card, is for her help and what's going on. She also is the goddess of magic, and that's what the Morgan section of her triple goddesshood is kind of her magic. Bab is her death sequence, you know, the harbinger of the death, picking who goes to which area if you go to what's going on that way. And then Mab is more of like her fairy connections, okay? Anyway, obviously you got the wheel, exciting. Sorry, hit the microphone. Archangel Michael, a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side, okay? And this did come up in the upright. I don't read negative cards. If they come upside down, I'll flip them. I just don't read cards upside down. And my guides know that. My friends spiritually know that. And I do feel like I sound like a crazy person sometimes when I say that. But I truly mean that. And it's partially because they've helped me through so much. I am going to end up stacking these oracle cards so you can kind of see them in the video, but I will show you all individually just because they deserve that individual attention. But anyway, Michael's telling you that fortune's on your side, you're in the right direction, and that passion is being funneled the right way. So abundance, and honestly, you should be abundance and happiness. If you're not feeling that now, it is coming towards you, and just have heart and it will be there, okay? It's when you don't believe that things don't come to you. Oh, these are sweet. Okay, the Dragon Fae oracles, which also Dragon Fae. And of course, we all know my love of dragons. Anyway, okay, so you have Gaia's dragon, divine union. Oh, I think you guys have been searching for love, because also the other card you got is the lovers at the feast, and I'm actually connection, conscious awareness eating. So maybe you're eating better, thinking more naturally. And that doesn't mean you need to be vegetarian, okay? Gonna put that out there. You don't have to be vegetarian to be spiritual and to be in tune with this stuff. You don't have to give up junk food if you don't want to, okay? It's moderation and eating in moderation and enjoying what you're consuming and doing it slowly, okay? That's what that has to do with. But that is not so much what I'm drawn to in this card. I'm drawn to this beautiful new start, this flower. Not just that, but just the lovers in general. It's just so cute and so beautiful. And I think you guys have been waiting for love, and love is coming through a spiritual and magical connection. So maybe you're out there doing spiritual work, doing magical work of some kind, psychic work, and it's coming to you that way, and that is wonderful and lovely, because who doesn't want a partner who doesn't believe in what they believe in? Oh my gosh, you guys got two of the same cards as the other group. That's freaking crazy. All right. Which the other group had a bunch of synchronicities. You guys actually got more in-depth cards because Morgie knows what she wants and she's going to spit it out at you, and you better listen. Anyway, this is one of my favorite cards. The Heart of the Sky, creativity, being within yourself. And Morgie is kind of represented by darkness and by the moon, and because of that association. And there's so much light and beauty at night. Honestly, if you live in a city, go on vacation, go out and look at the stars somewhere where there's not a bunch of city lights, because it is gorgeous. And honestly, I could stargaze all night long because I adore the night sky. Or you could be a starseed. Not going to tell you what that is, because part of the adventure is looking it up, and that's the way my guides treated me, and I'm going to tell you guys to do the same thing, just because honestly I think it's fun, and it's more meaningful if you hear it from somebody else who you might actually seriously agree with. I also have the Ancient Ones, so your guides and possibly the Ascended Masters, who are those spirits who have gone through the life cycle of Earth or other planets and have ascended to the highest plane and are here now to guide those still in the spiritual journey, okay? So, and that's more them and angels and stuff compared to, like, it's those old souls. They are guiding you, okay? They're there for you. And Heart of the Sky has to do with creativity and expressing yourself through your magic, through your spirituality, through your psychic gifts, that way. And they're being guided, and you're being guided that way. You also have the Hummingbird, which is also what these cards spit out for the last group, was Ancient Ones and Hummingbird. You know, new beginnings, excitement, new journey, high energy. I'm feeling a lot of that. I mean, I'm literally, like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I'm literally shaking. I'm so excited for you guys. And that does happen sometimes when I channel. Okay. The ADHD comes out in flying colors, which is totally fine by me. We have the Rainmaker. Okay. So Rainmaker is about making your own fate, to me. Now, I'm reading these not from a book. There's an online version. Of course, there's wonderful people who will type up their own meanings to these cards that aren't the author, which the author honestly has beautiful definitions to these cards, and I enjoy reading over them quite a bit. But if you're interested, those things are posted online and you can go look them up really easily. And honestly, I suggest you do because it's just wonderful definitions. But to me, the Rainmaker is, again, about the creativity, about making your own fortune, about going and doing things your own way, cut that path, you know. And if that means not aligning with spiritual guides or spiritual people, or not guides, but, you know, like those of us here on earth, and trying to teach people things and spread their light. So if you don't agree with a certain light worker, which you could honestly be that with all of these cards, if you don't agree with their teachings, then kind of get out there and kind of start giving your own truth out there, in case you find others that need to hear that. I mean, that's kind of why I started this channel, is to get messages out to people that didn't get to hear from Morgie all the time, or don't get to hear from Michael all the time. I want to share those messages with everybody else so they can decipher what they think they need to. So we have the Gatherer. You have been working extremely hard, and now's the time to pick the fruits of your labor. All right? So you've been making and making and making, and they want you to continue making, continue on that forefront, but also gather enjoyment, gather the abundance of love, gather all of that stuff for yourself, and enjoy the journey as much as the destination, okay? Next we have the crystal ones. And you know, these cards mean so much to me because they're like my first oracle deck I ever picked up. Honestly, all my cards are my babies. I can't pick a favorite. Opal. Let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold. Show your bigger than life side to the world. Yeah, absolutely. Don't hold back, you know. Don't hold back that wonderful, lustrous sparkle you have in your soul. People need to see it. Okay, people need the inspiration. And of course, they also spit out fluorite. Sorry, I went past you. Fluorite, beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you. Naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. You're just a beautiful soul, okay? You're a wonderful, beautiful soul. And honestly, I feel like you might be a bit of an indigo child, just because of all the blues and dark colors in these cards, with a lot of passion to help. But you are spiritually protected, and Morgie wants you to know that, okay? Your guides want you to know that. Spiritual protection, you're being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Because when you go out there and do stuff like tarot card reading for other people, you can pick up their energies, and it is so tiring, especially when you are an empath and you're channeling all the time, and so then you have to constantly clean your aura, clean your space, you know, spiritually. And honestly, you can do that by taking baths and showers. So that is super helpful, you know. Along with cleanliness being godliness, it's also being godly spiritually. So if you needed that, there are a bunch of meditations and stuff you can do in a shower that are really quick, and thoughts and prayers and spells that can help you cleanse yourself and your soul, okay, to what's going on. So, hopefully this helped you. This one has gotten really long. I talk a lot, but I really want to get the message across for you guys because I adore you and I want you to feel empowered and feel positive and be positive, okay? I'm going to move on to the next group, which is going to be the Kitsune, the nine-tailed fox. So if this message didn't resonate with you, or if you have other messages resonating with you, feel free to stay tuned for the next group. Okie dokie. I'll see you all later. Love you. Bye. Okay, hey, group number 3. So I had a bit of a fun time trying to pull cards for you guys. Because the Kitsune or nine-tailed fox I talked to, they're very magical, very mysterious, very sexy and wonderful. And honestly, if you're a woman, you're voluptuous. And if you're a man, you are just handsome as hell. Okay? Because that's kind of what they are. The one I talked to, nickname is Chi. Just like the life force in Kung Fu and a lot of, exercise forms. Anyway, these are messages from Chi, so enjoy that. He also sent you the synchronicity, and I didn't even notice it until I finished laying out the cards. We have 1, which is your first card, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? So you might be seeing a lot of number synchronicities for whatever's going on right now with you. Where, of course, we're going to go kind of counterclockwise. We're going to start with the angels and go here and here and here. Okay? And I just realized I'm doing this a little bit like Fluffy Oracle, which if you're here from the first and second group, or you're here just because you're watching the whole video, or if you're from the 4th and 5th group, go to her. She is actually a wonderful, wonderful reader and just a wonderful person. I also love Cherry and Turntous and Melanie, I can't remember her last name, but Melanie, she's a wonderful card reader as well. They're all wonderful people, so if this doesn't resonate with you, you might want to go to them too. And my ear is screeching at me, so that was definitely part of what she wanted to tell you. All right, which she did not want to give you an Archangel card. It was driving me nuts. And I did pull you one for you guys, though. Okay, so we have 6 of Earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, and receiving a money or receiving a loan or paying off debts. Have you guys done a money spell recently, or an abundance spell? Because I feel like you have. And that card is kind of related with that coming in for you. If you've been praying for money, of course it's going to come into you. My advice to you, though, is not to just ruminate on it, because if you ruminate on something, you don't let it go into the universe, and then you don't get the abundance or the return of that karmic wish because of that. And also it has a little bit to do with if you're getting greedy, that's a whole nother thing as well. Okay, so just kind of good faith in yourself, and things are coming, and if it takes time to save up the money for whatever you're looking for to do, then save up the money. But you also have 9 of Air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. You're having some issues, man. Yeah, you guys got 3. I don't know why I'm saying guys all of a sudden. Last group, I couldn't stop saying girl, and this time I can't stop saying guys. Poof. Anyway. Yeah, you're really stressed out about that financial stuff, and it does affect you spiritually. It pulls you towards that negativeness and magically and stuff, and you don't need to hang on to that. And then you have the 4 of Wands, which is the 4 of Fire in this deck. So contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, success, the successful completion of a project. So whatever you're working on in the workplace or whatever, if you're trying to get a new job, you'll get that new job. If you're I feel like you're trying to get a promotion where you're working. If you're working really hard, they're going to recognize you and see that, give you a promotion. If not a promotion, maybe a bonus, or maybe that money that you've been just dying to get is finally coming in one way or another. So yeah, I definitely feel like that's how this is going spiritually and magically. And that's really weird because she is all about mystery and and that's part of why it was so hard to pull cards for this group, because, and by pull cards, I mean have them drop out the deck that she, it's a he, but that he's chosen for you guys, because You know, he enjoys the mystery and he enjoys the hunt and he wants you to work for it. So the card you got is the Star. Happy times. Make positive and optimistic long-term plans on the right path. Yeah, whatever you're doing it right. Okay, this has less to do with your spiritual journey and more to do with what's actually going in reality right now. Why he's taking it that way, I have no idea. But even spiritually and magically, if you just keep working on spellcasting and bringing in your own chi, lifting it up, like the actual life force of the universe and spirituality, and there's, you know, honestly, look up a whole bunch of different systems. They give you whole different names for it, but just that feeling, you're bringing it into your life and then pulling it out, pushing it out, doing stuff with it. You're on the right path, and abundance is coming. Yeah. So I'm going to do this one first. From the Dragon Fae, you have rebirth, the whole again. And honestly, when I look at this card, I think of, there used to be a roller coaster called Fire and Ice, and it was dueling dragon rides. And honestly, this is what it reminds me of. And I feel like that yin-yang balance coming in hard, heavy when I hit that, when I see that card. And it's not just that. You know, if you're watching this reading romantically, it also kind of represents that two as one coming together type feeling. Oh my gosh, every time I read, I get the burps. Drives me nuts. You also have Lady Luna's magic, synchronize with lunar time and energies. So maybe you're doing a lot of night magic, and it's coming into fruition for you. It's good. It's what you want. You keep doing it. Or maybe your emotions are swinging with the synchronicities of the moon. All right, which I think everybody has to. Oh, maybe you should also watch the last group if you're. I'm starting to get the sweats again. Oh my God. When you channel hard. Okay. So maybe you want to watch the other group because you also got the crow. And the crow in this deck, even, like just crows in general, remind me of the Morgan, which is why she has a crow/raven on her card in my own deck, because that's just like, I see 3 crows every day. I know she's here. I know she's watching over me. I love her. I adore her. Okay. As much as she is dark, she is light. Because bad and good, and that might be a little bit to do with the balance card, honestly. And I feel like all beings are like that, you know, balance is in, you know, the way you interact with people and the way things go. Anyway, this also has a little bit to do with divination on this deck, I believe. Of course, I'm not reading from the deck for these. This is all an intuitive reading, other than, you know, the little bottom descriptors telling you what's going on. But honestly, I can't even tell you what sign you are or what's going on, because you've just kind of, it's all over the place in the tarot deck. And as much as I love astrology, repeating it to people is very hard, because that's not what I think about when I'm channeling. You also have completion, end of a cycle, starting a new one. Maybe that has a little bit to do with your financial issue or issue coming to an end and coming to fruition of this new abundance. And of course, if you're watching this video for all of them to get a full-blown huge message out of all of the cards, my God, you have dedication, and I am so sorry for making these so long and thorough. Okay? I really don't mean to do that. To make anybody suffer if you're watching an hour or whatever long video. Yeah, I feel like synchronicities are a huge thing for you, telling you you're on the right path. I personally, it's the same for me. I see lots of numbers repeating, or I'll see a number and it's close enough, and I'll hear the guy, like, I'll get the actual repeating number pop up in my head, which is just appreciated and unappreciated sometimes. Sometimes it's like, get out of my head, and sometimes it's like, well, whatever. You also have middle world. So yeah, you're definitely more focused, more grounded here. And just, you might be an earth sign just because of that. Or that might be your dominant sign as an earth sign. Or it's somewhere in your chart. Heck should I know. But it's definitely keep your mind here, keep your mind in the game. You know, don't just go flying off. Oh my good Lord. Okay. She is so funny. All right. Well, whatever is coming your way, it's cause for celebration. Because, yeah. And to be fair, I only pick up these cards when I feel like I'm being pushed to read the next thing. So she is being very like, hurry up, move to the next thing. Yes, yeah, whatever. Go to that thing. Okay. Also, here you also have the 3 crows that I mentioned. Okay. So seriously, go check out what Morgan's message was. If it doesn't feel right, then just totally click off the video or whatever. But I do feel like she might have some things to say to you as well. Of course, you know, for all I know, she could enjoy being she and just screwing with me. Because, you know, I'm not judgmental. Anyway, so we have ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. So really what I'm getting from this card is none of that. But what I'm getting from this card is that there's something coming through that is totally worth celebrating. And, you know, stick around. Hang on for that because it's coming. Okay, yeah, it's coming. Honestly, emerald, yeah, I feel like green might be your, I'm not going to put that on somebody. It might be your favorite color. It has a lot to do with you because of all green and these cards actually right here. And just being really attracted to that. That green, that muna coming in, balance masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. Confidence is key in some things, okay? I'm actually really drawn to that. Like, have confidence in yourself. It's coming. Don't worry about it. You know, personally, when I try to bring something into the world so often, I actually not only feel annoyed with myself, I feel things annoyed with me, okay? And whether that's all in my head or not, I don't know, because I'm not a psychologist, psychologist, either. I'm not either. Natural beauty and abundance. Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. Okay. Yeah, just be yourself. You know, it's coming to you. You know, if you're, I looked at the next card and I honestly started channeling the messages as soon as I looked at it. I need to stop doing that. Or I guess not, because I'm being told to keep reading it. Healthy communication in relationships, heart-to-heart discussion, discussion and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. Honestly, I want to say if you're doing something in presentations, magically, spiritually, whatever, because this is what this was supposed to be about. It's going to come in with some greenery for you. There's also green in that card right down the middle. Holy crapola. Yeah, you might be a throat chakra person. Just like communication is huge for you and you need to have it, which is probably why you're having a hard time letting whatever prayer or spell that you've put into the universe go into the universe or go out there and be heard and reciprocated. Maybe a little bit of control issue. Because I'm getting garnet next, purify and detoxify. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. So maybe if you're having a toxic relationship, hate to say that, but if you're in a toxic relationship of some sort, you know, let it go. It does nobody any good to be toxic or to have a toxic relationship. If you're the toxic person, you need to learn to let it go, babe. And I'm not accusing anybody of being the toxic person, but there's always two to tango. And just letting go of that negative thought and that negativity and releasing it and bringing in better positive energy to yourself is for your benefit. Holy guacamole. All right. I'm sorry for making this section so long. Whew. All right. So I'm going to move on to the next group. Love you guys. I hope this helped you in some way on your spiritual journey or path or magical journey. I'm actually going to move to group number 4. Yes, group number 4, which is the fairy card. Because it's not enough to have just... Anyway, sorry, I'm laughing at myself for the fairy card for whatever reason. I hope this helped you. If not, you can pick another group. If that didn't help you, totally, there's so many other pick-a-card readers out there, some of which actually offer offline personal readings. I can't offer that. I don't have time for that. In fact, I barely have time to do these. So, yeah, totally go and do that. And, I only do these to help you guys. I don't expect anything in return out of them. Really, I don't. But I'm going to tell you later till the last group. If you have any ideas on what the next pick-a-card reading you want to do that I can work on, by all means, put it in the comments below. All right? And I am going to apologize for the quality of the microphone. I am not the richest person in the world because I work with horses, and horses drain your bank faster than any other money sucker out there. So, yeah. I just use what I have on hand, which is my cell phone and my headphones that came with them. Okay? Honestly, I hope you have a wonderful day. Love you. Moving on. Hey, group number 4. Okay, here's your messages that, for your spiritual and magical paths or what you're going through right now. The last group had more earthly, I wouldn't say earthly messages. So we're going to start with these and kind of go counterclockwise. I think that's what that is. Gosh darn it. Okay. Hold on. You got... I also want an archangel for you guys because I feel like every pile should have its archangel. And of course, while I was shuffling these, I didn't look because I was trusting. And it just doesn't want to pop out one for you guys, and that's just not fair. All right, let's see if you got... Nope. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're good now. We're good. Holy crap. Okay, you might be seeing synchronicities of 4. Even though this pile had popped out 5, you've got like 4 cards in each other. And the first group was kind of like that. They had 2 of each card, except for like one group that had 3. Okay, so it's got 4 now. Because you had to have your archangel card, and I think that's only fair. All right. And so we have Ace of Earth. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, and important documents or contacts. Maybe joining a coven, if you're doing magically or witch-wise. Or you just joined one. Just the contracts really stood out to me. Yeah, joining a sisterhood of some kind or a brotherhood or something. Maybe even a fraternity or sorority. Just something. Okay, we have the 9 of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful and self-employment. And then I'm hearing the word solitary. So you could have 2 different types of witches here, but I do feel witchy. Of course, the solitary witch, or you could be connected to a group online and solo at home. It doesn't mean you always do. It means, it's kind of like you don't do spell castings with somebody, but you talk to them and you share information. That's what I'm getting. Okay. It's like a community of some kind. Oh, we got 3 of water, which of course is 3 of cups. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birthday announcement. The need to have more fun. I feel like you need to have more fun. But you could be, doing a celebration is coming your way of some kind. Maybe your birthday or friend's birthday or something. But I do feel like this is a very magical group, and I say magical because that's what I feel focused on. And of course, I didn't even tell you what the fairy represents. The fairy represents, of course, magic and mischievousness and freedom. It's actually more of an air card because, you know, the wind all around it. It's more of an air card than the rest of these. And you have like a bunch of earth cards and a water card. So, you know, you never know where life's going to take you, do you? Okay, but your archangel is the high priestess, Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition. Have patience and consider carefully what you want before acting. Yeah. Don't sign that contract until you know what's going on. Don't sign away your magical spiritual energy until you know what's going on. I feel like that's more a warning. Like, hey, know what you're getting into before you get into it. And once you make that decision, you're going to have a celebration. You're going to feel relief. Okay? Well, all right then. Yeah. Also, you have Lady Titania, and it's the cover art for this, obviously, is the Titania card, but it's such a cute, lovely card, and she's a fairy queen in folklore. Be joyful is her card notification, but I feel like it's more that loving gaze to that dragon that we're looking at. Like, just be joyful and enjoy yourself, be part of the group, go socialize. But listen to your warnings. The listener, sacred silence. Yeah, go out and meditate and listen to yourself. If you have too much going on, and I'm going to have to stack these in order for you to see them all. But if you have so much going on in your head, you need to go silence your quiet. Go quiet your monkey mind and go out and relax. Right? Personally, I feel like it needs to be in nature, but it doesn't have to be in nature. You could be listening to nature sounds while you do it. It works just as well. We also have the Dragon Fairy of Rebirth, whole again. So, like I said in the last group that got this is a little bit of balancing to me. This has a little bit to do with a spiritual connection. I mean, you think story of the red thread from Asian lure, twin flame. I feel like that word's become almost like a cult trigger word. Sacred soulmate, I actually feel more connected to now. Makes not a bad taste come into my mouth saying it. And then we have the Lady Afreda. Justice will prevail. So if you feel like you've been wronged, if you've been hurt of some kind, justice is coming, and she is swift to whoever was the wrong party in this. But to that I'm not so much attracted to. Although it could be a message for some of you, that's why I had to say it. I'm more attracted to that pentacle in the back, my wishy friends. And honestly, I don't judge people on the magics they have. I'm more of a white witch myself, but you're a gray witch, good for you. I have a gray witch kind of mind where I don't see, black magic can be good or bad. It's just all in the user. And what they feel is right. And if it works for them, good for them. If it doesn't. Personally, I feel no connection to it. And anytime I even tried to do things a little bit gray, I would feel sick to my stomach. So it just wasn't the magic for me. But I do feel like this group might be attracted to more of the darker arts. Again, read that contract before you accept it and understand what you're getting yourself into. We have the Ancient Ones again. It's been on 3 groups already. And it's a lovely card. And it just means, see, the Ancient Ones. The Ancient Ones, they're your guides, your guardian angels, the Ascended Masters, who are those who have lived out their lifetimes, learned all of their lessons they could learn through living multiple lifetimes, that they've ascended to the higher realm to help others and guide others, okay? And it's a lovely thing, and that's obviously the card number 1. I want to say number 1 might have some significance or number sequences to this group just because 1 and 2 right above each other, and I don't know why I'm pulled that way. I know it's just 2 cards and there's so many other cards with so many other numbers, but I do feel like that might have something to do with some of you and understanding that your guides are trying to get a hold of you. All right. Ah, so sweet. Okay. So the Ancient Ones, they're here to guide you. The next card I'm going to read for you is the Beauty Way, and it's such a cute little card. I love the flower and the dragonfly. And I'm sorry I was mumbling. If I mumble, it's a little harder to hear me. I understand that. I just can't help it. I'm trying, and that's all that matters. Beauty Way. I feel like they're trying to help you recognize the beauty in yourself and in your magics and what you're going through, okay? The passage of life, all right? And they want to be heard because you have the Thunder card. And granted, I'm not reading these from the book. I don't have the book memorized. I'm reading you what I feel from the cards, okay? What I feel from being channeled into me because, you know, that's just the way I read. And I've never had a master to help me learn this stuff. This has all been taught to me by my guides. All been taught to me by angels, all been taught to me by fairies, all been taught to me by dragons, and by gods and goddesses and everything. This is all stuff I've learned, okay? And of course I've watched a few videos and see how other people read, but it's not the same, doing it yourself. What I feel like this Thunder card has to do with is joining the herd, joining your group, but not only that, I feel like it's your guide's trying to be heard towards your calling, okay? And once you step towards your calling, you're going to feel absolute joy and freedom and just that you push forward, and it's such a relief. I honestly feel a huge relief washing over me. Because right now you're in the middle world. Which this alt card also popped up for the last group, so I don't know if that group had any relevance for you or not, but if it does, feel free to watch as many of the groups as you want. It's going to be a long video though, so I hope you have a lot of time in your hands or you're extremely bored. Because I don't think the sound of my voice is really all that pleasant. In fact, I don't even watch my own videos back because I can't stand the sound of my own voice. That's beside the point. Middle world, I feel like you're almost too stuck. I feel like I've been weighed down by cement. The word cement just came into my ears. You're just being weighed down by so much stuff, and you need to let it go. There's some things in this world you just can't control. Okay, you're not gonna control, but you need to be the hunter. You need to be brave. You need to understand and listen and pull for, obviously you have the listen card here. You need to be reborn and go for it and be that spiritual, be that magical, be that psychic person that you are. All right? And no judgments here, honestly. Oh, and then okay. We have a little bit of conflicting messages going on. Not really conflicting. We have Malachite, prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. Yeah, you will be supported in anything you do, okay? By your guides at the very least, if not by your friends and family. If they're real friends and family really cares about you, they'll support you no matter what you choose. But I do feel like this card has a lot of relevance. It's sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. So be gentle with yourself. Don't judge yourself so harshly. My God. And if that's why you got the Judgment card, is because you've been judging yourself so harshly, let up. It took me a while to love and take care of myself. I know I still have a hard time judging myself sometimes. But yeah, just kind of work at it. Work at letting go. We have Sigilite. Own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. I'm more attracted to the top message. I don't feel so codependent because you are the hunters. You're not the and I got gatherers for another group actually, now that I think about it. But you're the hunters, You're going out there seeking the knowledge, seeking the people, seeking so much. And there's just, this card is multifaceted, and it says there are many layers and dimensions to situations or person you are asking about, which I agree with. I agree this group is not an easy group. And oh my God, definitely not an easy group. Did I just make a 4 with my cards there? That's backwards. It's fucking weird. The synchronicities in this group is crazy, because that was totally not, did not mean to do that. I actually don't know how I managed that, but multifaceted. I feel like your situation is just like the titanium rainbow quartz. You have many colors and many shades to who you are and what you want to become, and it's through exploration that you find yourself. And you, in that process, you need to be gentle with yourself. Okay. Magically, spiritually, rushing things is only going to hurt you. Rushing things will hurt others too. I'm sorry. For whatever reason, whenever I channel, I burp. Weird things happen when you start doing this stuff. When you start listening to your inner guidance and your guides, you're going to have a lot of prosperity, and just life is going to get better. And it's going to be a lot better. If it's been hard so far, it's just going to be a huge relief. Okay? So I'm sorry this video took so long. And I'm sorry I've been gone so long. I appreciate everybody who's watching it, and I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next group if you're going to be part of the last group. But yeah, this group is very complicated. And if any of the messages resonate with you, I really hope they do. Just like in the other groups, if you have any ideas on what the next pick a card reading is going to be, like you want to suggest a pick a card reading, I'm game. I might try and do it. All right. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next group. Bye. All right, hey, group number 5. If you picked number 5, you picked the Mandrake root. Mandrake root. Sorry. Okay. If you watched Harry Potter, you might know something about the Mandrake root, because J.K. Rowling used actual mythical creature definitions and guidelines to create her creatures. Some of them were self-made, some of them weren't. And the Mandrake root is actually one of those plants that is a mythical kind of root, but is an actual root in real life. It does look like a little person pulled out of the ground. Not quite like this, but it's a really interesting root to look at. Anyway, it's a very magical plant. But for this card, it's a very earth-related, it's said that their cries used to kill people, just the sound of their voice when they're upset. So, that's kind of a negative connotation there, but I just feel like if you're upset, people gonna pay, okay? That's kind of what the card is about, but it's very earthy, very, I feel warm, happy, cheery. I think of Hufflepuff common room when I look at this card, okay? Yeah, I don't know a person out there who doesn't do magic and actually is a Harry Potter fan at the same time. If you're not, I feel sorry for you. I love Harry Potter, and I might make the reference often in these readings from now on. But we're going to start the reading. I'm going to start with the angel cards and go counterclockwise. Okay. So we have 7 of Air. Plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. It feels like you're trying to push something through spiritually, magically, that isn't, the universe isn't ready for it yet. You're asking, and you've been heard, and they're getting there. But it's not ready yet. We have the 2 of Water. A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive revolution of conflict. So yeah, something went on, something's going on, and you need to I hate to say be the bigger person. Oh, I'm gonna fall over. I get so dizzy when I channel. Holy crap. Plus, it's, a long video, and I actually do this straight. I don't come back. I just go straight through all the readings. So it's a lot of work to do one of these videos, and it does take a toll. But that's okay. You guys are worth it, and I hope it helps you. But yeah, I feel like a relationship, somebody's wronged you, and you have to be the bigger person and forgive them. And forgive yourself for letting them wrong you, I feel, is actually the stronger course here. And in fact, I got like a pat on the back for that one. A feeling of a pat on the back, if it, wasn't just because my house is haunted. But I do actually feel like it had to do more with, you gotta be the bigger person, man. It sucks. But you got to forgive yourself too, because there are so many situations that you could be wronged and you're like, oh my God, I was a fucking moron. Pardon my French. Sorry about the cussing and stuff. I can't keep a lid on it. And so I don't even care if I get demonetized, the cursed words, because honestly, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this to help you guys. Whoever's watching this video. So, anyway, you got to be the bigger person and forgive yourself and forgive the other party. Doesn't mean you need to let them back in your life. Just means you need to forgive them. Okay? I've been through that where I've had to forgive somebody and I had so much hatred towards that person. But you gotta let go. It does nobody any good, and especially hurts you by holding on to it. Plus, the negative thoughts sent out in the universe actually can develop into a psychic attack on somebody. And God, you don't want to do that. Not on purpose, So, and the next card you got is King of Fire. I'm going to read the top description, the bottom one. Sorry, I get shaky when I do readings. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advise for someone creative. Okay. What I'm getting with this card, I actually feel like, you need to be the example in that forgiveness. You have to, I hate repeating myself. And I don't like it when other card readers do it either online, but you're thinking and then you're trying to connect the dots for you guys, and it's just craziness. It's just hard. Anyway, you need to be the leader. You need to lead by example. Plus, expressing your emotions through creativity is going to be the best outlet for you. So, like, instead of getting angry and going and hurt somebody, go join a martial arts club. Go join a martial arts club. Go start doing something crafty. Go draw. Go write a song. Go write a poem. Go do anything, really, that way, using that. And, of course, the Archangel card you guys got was release. The end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, and time to move on. I do agree. I think this forgiveness and this release has to do with your spiritual transformation, okay? And it sucks. God, it was so hard. I mean, I went through this too. Until I let go of all that negativity towards certain people, I couldn't come into my own spiritually. The magic wasn't working, and sometimes it even backfired on me, and that was just frustrating. Spell-wise. Okay, and then Dragon Oracles. I say because you got Andiel, emotional flow. She's all about feeling your feelings. Let them flow. Cry if you want to. Who gives a crap if people are going to judge you for crying? And especially, I personally hate crying, but when I get frustrated, I cry, and I can't help it. And I hate it, but it's part of me. Also, 2 might be a big number, or 4, because you have 24 here, and then you have 2 if you're into numerology or whatever. And you also have 13 at the end there, which also equals 4. So yeah, maybe you're a math person. Math magic. It's amazing. Okay, so you have Lady Gawain. Open your heart, which is card number 2 in this oracle deck. Okay, so yeah, you can't heal if you stay closed off to everybody and unforgiving to yourself and deceive yourself. You have the Coyote for the Shaman Oracle deck, which that is very much what it's about, is deceiving yourself. Okay, is really what I'm getting from it. You know, honestly, I feel like you need to take a spiritual journey. You have the hummingbird heading towards a positive, happy, there we go, vibration, a new area. So once you get over that deception, once you take that spiritual journey, take some time to meditate. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting the table and shaking the camera. I'm not used to the table. Usually do this on the floor because I feel more rooted when I'm on the floor. So that's why standing up has been hard, because I do get dizzy when I read and shaky and stuff. And so when I'm on the ground, it's not as bad. But you also have the wild woman here. And she's all about express yourself. It's that creativity. So if you know that song, it just is like every time I see that card, I think, express yourself. Do, do, do. Like that song, just like. It's really popular in commercials in America, and it is a wonderful earworm, which means a song that's stuck in your head forever. But I do feel like it has, it has some value to it. Okay. Sorry, I looked at your next cards as I'm standing here and thinking about that song. And then as soon as I look at the cards, you get like overflow, because there's so many people who could possibly and may watch this video in the future, near or far, because all of these are timeless. So it's hard, but it's okay. It's all worth it. So, okay, we're going to start with this one. I feel like it really wants to push itself first. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. Okay, little thing about clear quartz. Clear quartz is actually like my favorite. I wouldn't say my favorite. I don't really have a favorite crystal, but the one I'm most attracted to, in fact, the little bird skull that is on like every one of my videos, is clear quartz. And it's actually more of a warrior crystal now, because it had a little bit of a fall and it cracked right there, and it makes me so sad because I adore the crap out of this skull. It was like, I found it on Amazon. I don't know if they sell them anymore, but it is like one of the coolest things I have. And I really love it so much. Even with its little imperfection now, it's still one of my favorite crystals. But yeah, express yourself and all your emotions. Like I said, if you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta be angry, do it creatively. Okay, express it creatively. I actually feel, I'm getting the urge to oil paint. So maybe you're into painting. Drawing, whatever, the typical stuff, latch hook, crochet, I mean, something to put your energy into and to contemplate and think. And that in itself is a form of meditation. But I do agree with this card a lot. Diamond is all about value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. You are the universe's precious gem. So don't be so hard on yourself. Express yourself. Be wild in a creative, constructive way. Because when you're not constructive is when people get hurt. Okay? I'm not talking about go out to a wild party, because that's actually what I foresaw for some of you guys saying it that way. I mean, like, if you have like this super crazy adventure you want to go on, save the money up and go on it. The lights were flashing because, like I said, my house is actually haunted, and I'm pretty sure I'm haunted too. Grandma agrees with that. All right. Yeah. If you're saving up for a journey, go and have fun on that journey. Go do exciting and wonderful things, whether that's just going to your local store that you really, really like, or, taking some me time and going out and doing stuff, taking a bath. Oh my God, baths. I love baths. I'm such a girl. Anyway, but you are, whatever you do, you're spiritually protected. You're being watched over and protected physically and emotionally, energetically. Sorry, that is my dog. They tend to bark. After all, I live on a farm, and so I have a guard dog. Anyway, whatever you do, you're spiritually protected. Once you release this stuff, you're going to be guided in the right direction to where you need to go spiritually and magically. I do feel like this has to do with both groups of people. Doesn't matter if you're a witch, doesn't matter if you're psychic, doesn't matter if you're like just following a spiritual path. You're going to be guided in the right direction for you and for your life purpose, because your next card is life purpose. Aquamarine, the divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Whatever that is, I mean, if magic and spirituality is part of your life path, this is the second group that's had this card, and somewhat of a similar reading, not entirely similar, because there are some other things in here that weren't in that group, especially about deceiving yourself, because that's what the coyote really represented to me for you guys, is the deception of yourself. In Native American folklore, that coyote is deception. Along with other things, he's just the trickster. Basically Loki, if you... not really basically Loki, but kind of like that. Kind of a... Oh, it's raining. Kind of a playfulness to them. Not always negative, not always positive, just kind of that gray zone. But anyway, wherever you're heading in your spiritual path, or your magical path or whatever, it is part of your divine life purpose, and that lesson that you came here to learn, or along those lessons. I'm under the belief that you have multiple lessons to learn in a lifetime. And sure, after you get the major one out of the way, you'll be rewarded justly and fully. And to do that, though, you have to open your heart. You have to open your heart to spirit, to universe, to your gods or goddesses, or your angels, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe guides you. You need to be open to that kind of guidance in order for you to get this to come into a positive fruition. Yeah, thunderstorming now. Yay! Which, ironically, some of the most powerful magic happens with lightning and thunder and thunderstorms, because that in itself is a beautiful wonder of nature. All right, I'm going to let you go. Sorry the video was so long. If you have any suggestions for future pick-a-card videos, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I do appreciate you guys watching or sticking around or even clicking on the video. I hope you have a wonderful day, unlike me, who's going to be cleaning stalls in the rain. Going to be a lot of fun. But I love you guys, and I hope you come back, honestly. And I hope I can help you in some way. All right, and yeah. I'll see you guys later. Bye.